Hi, good morning to my channel. Today we are going to learn path variable annotation in Spring Boot. Technically, we use path variable to capture the value from the URL. So description says path variable is a variable that is embedded in the URL path of a request. Basically, when you access a web URL, so from the path, we will be capturing those variables. If you look at Amazon.com, I went to Amazon.com, stores, nodes, some particular string. So by using path variables, we can split into three path variables of this URL. One as stores, second as nodes, third one as some number. So total three path variables from this string. Let's look at the syntax of the path variable. So we will be using path variable inside a method. We can use get mapping, post mapping, any mapping annotation. So inside a method, we will be using path variable and capturing that particular variable. So this is the syntax. So let's write an example for this path variable. For that one, I will go to IntelliJ. So I have already created the basic Spring Boot application. I started is working fine. Let's create a simple path variable. Path test. Okay. So then I would say REST controller perfect public string test. Okay. So here, okay, this will I will be using get mapping, say hello. Okay, path variable string name. So this is the implementation. So when I access localhost 8080 hello, then I need to pass the path variable here. So then it will be display, it will return hello plus the name that you pass. So I will go here, I say hello Java. Wow, it's an error. Okay, let me restart. Okay, let's go here, say yeah, hello Java. So this is the string that we are returning, and this is the path variable. If you look at here, this is Java we are passing coming here. I say not Java, I say Spring came. Now let's see path variable more than one time. In a method, we can use path variables more than one time. Let's use path variable two times in a method. So I'm having a method, the request type is the get. So I'm using get mapping and this particular URL. I'm using two path variables, user ID, order ID. So path variable, user ID, this is the first path variable, and path variable int order ID, this is the second path variable. So technically I'm returning both with the strings. Let's see the example here. I copy paste here. Let's use the same. Users, user ID, orders, order ID. Okay, so okay, this is what. So hello user ID is So in this particular method test2, we are capturing two path variables, user ID and order ID. Let's restart this application. Just started, yes. So let me copy this guy. Order ID, user ID is 1, order ID is 2. Okay, we have to, yes. So user ID is 1, order ID is 2. Let me change the order ID to 3 and user ID is like imp1. So this is the user ID and order ID. We can use path variable to capture the different data types from the URL like int, float, long, string, etc. So let me write an example here. So test3. So I will be capturing some double here. Amount, okay. Comma. Double, okay. The amount is okay, perfect. So let me rerun this application. .6. Yeah, here is the double value, integer string double. In the path variable, by default the required equal to true when we use path variables. What happens sometimes in the URL we do not have the particular variable or parameter in the URL, so that time we would be getting 404 error. Rather having 404 error, we can have null and process the URL. So for that one we can use required equal to false. So let me explain you here. So this is the application. Let's run this application. Hello name Java. Okay. So since I'm passing name here, it's name displayed here. So this is getting called. What happens if we do not have this particular variable here? Say 404. We don't want to have 404. We want to have null so that we can process further. So I would say hello and required equal to false. So URL can be having name or not no name, because name is required equal to false, means which is optional. Let's run this application. Is it running? So hello Java. Yeah, we are getting Java. I'm not passing a name variable here. We are getting null. So we are not getting 404. So this is much better. This is how we can bypass 404 errors when we do not get the path variables.